Hey, what's going on, guys? But I was passing by the elementary school and I saw a mother, or I see a lady and a young girl walking home, and it was starting to sprinkle outside, a little bit of rain. And I wondered, where is the father? Why is this child walking home? Because there's no apartments nearby. This is a little ways they're walking. Why are they walking home in this weather when there was a man that was part of creating this child? I know some people may say, hey, maybe he's at work. Well, if the man is at work, then he needs to give the woman the car so his child can get around and be out of the elements. And if he doesn't have a car, he needs to make provisions to get a car so that the mother can get that child to wherever they have to get to. There's no reason for, a mom to have to be riding, public transportation with young children. You don't know who's on these public buses, bothering with them or whatever. And I just think that the men as a whole collectively, because I know there are some good men out there that do take care of their children. However, you know, you want to be there for them. You have to be there for them. And it doesn't matter what you and the mother goes through, the child comes first. And I think that's kind of, it's kind of disappointing when I see that because I see it pretty often at the bus stops, and I just don't understand what are the men thinking. And also the women, why are you having babies with men who, aren't doing anything with themselves, haven't shown you they can produce as far as being a provider, a protector? Why even have children with men like that? So I blame the women for that part. But men, if you do have a child with a woman and, it's up to you to be that provider for that child. There's too many, you know, young people, older people making babies, and no one's there taking care of them. No one's there to be there, that protector for them. There's just no reason for this to be happening at all. Having a baby is not like having a hamster. It's not something you just create and you walk away and then, oh, well, the mom will do everything and, the world will take care of it. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to be there, especially for, when they're very young like that. Elementary, you got to be there. If they're high school, yeah, they're a little older, they can fend for themselves. You still need to be there for them as well also. But, when it comes to that young, elementary, even junior high, there's no reason for them not to have you around. There's more to fatherhood than just creating a baby and sending child support, over from the courts. You have to be there in their lives. Because I'm telling you, it's going to catch up with you as you become older, as you become an old man, get into your 70s and stuff, and that child becomes, 20, 30 years old. You're going to be looking for that child to help take care of you as you're an old man, and they're going to remember, my dad wasn't there. My dad was a deadbeat. And if you're dealing with a mother who is keeping you from your child, which I know that happens, then you go through the courts and you tell the judge what she's doing so you can get joint custody. That way, there is no keeping you from your child. You can go to court and get joint custody and, let that judge know what she's doing. But again, for the most part, all these, creating baby mamas out here and just leaving the child to fend for themselves out here, that's not good. You got to step it up. And if you're a man that's doing what you're supposed to do, I'm not talking to you. If you're a man that knows that you really haven't been everything you could be to your child, then fine. Start fresh now. Own it. Start fresh and start being there for them. Start trying to make up for that lost time that you lost. Don't allow your child to be out here in this world wandering alone with no protection from you as their father. No woman with small children, in my opinion, should be going to a bus stop to catch city transportation. Public transportation, I should say. No woman should have to do that. Not when there's small children. Little kids, there was a man recently there, and you have the responsibility of providing for that child. You have that responsibility because the child didn't ask to come here. And I've seen things, obviously, where some guys say, well, I don't have a job. That's why I don't spend time with my son or my daughter. I don't have a car. It don't cost money to go to the park. It doesn't cost money to do that. It doesn't cost money to call and say, how are you doing? Is anything going on with you? Anybody bothering you? You need help with something? That doesn't cost any money. Majority of men can get access to a bike. Ride a bike over there. I don't care how far it is. Stop by the store, CVS, Walgreens, wherever. Get you a bottle of water, some Gatorade, and a protein bar. Keep yourself fueled up and get to your child. It doesn't cost money to spend time with them. It doesn't. It really doesn't. So let's not make excuses, and let's get out there and do what you're supposed to be doing as a father and be there for your children. And again, I'm not talking to the men who are doing what they're supposed to be doing. I'm talking to the men and about the men who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, get up, get out there, and start making things right. Let's do better, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.